మీ బిజినెస్ ఏదైనా మీ ఊర్లో ప్రమోషన్ చేయాలంటే ఇప్పుడే సంప్రదించండి సిఎండి న్యూస్. సెల్ నంబర్ 9948588704 మరియు 6300465392. అడ్రస్ తులసి హోటల్ ఆపోజిట్ మరసా కాంప్లెక్స్, మధు స్టార్ స్టూడియో. వెల్కమ్ టు సిఎండి న్యూస్. నా పేరు దివ్య. నేటి వార్తా విశేషాలు. సిపిఐ మావోయిస్టు పార్టీ కార్యదర్శి అమరుడు కామ్రేడ్ నంబాల కేశవరావుకు జోహార్లు తెలుపుతున్న టర్కీ మావోయిస్టు పార్టీ. జోహార్లు కామ్రేడ్ నంబాల కేశవరావు.
Of India Maoist General Secretary Nambala Keshavrao, known as Basavaraj, and 27 commanders and fighters of the People's Liberation Guerrilla Army were immortalized on May 21. For this reason, we send our condolences to all the workers, peasants, and laborers of India, especially to the fighters and commanders of our sibling army, PLGA. We respect the memory of the immortals and declare our eternal commitment to their struggle. Throughout his entire life of struggle, Comrade Basavaraj worked for the liberation of the workers and peasants with a consciousness of fire and a will of steel. He dedicated his life to the freedom of the poor people living on the soil of India. He understood the revolution not only as a duty but as a way of life, and he brought the Indian Revolution into existence in his own life. He passed through the enemy circle countless times. He repeatedly carried out revolutionary attacks against the enemies of the people and against Indian reaction, and was in the leading position of these attacks. Comrade Basavaraj will live forever in the struggle of the workers and peasants and the international proletariat for the people's democratic revolution, socialism, and communism. The reactionary Indian states, with its expansionist policy and as the gendarmerie of imperialism in South Asia, is pursuing an aggressive policy against the people inside the country and against the lands of other countries in the region. The fascist Brahmanical Hindutva RSS BJP regime is using fascist terrorism to defend the interests of large mining companies and multinational monopolies. Under the name of Operation Against Maoist Guerrillas, it is massacring indigenous peoples who resist large mining companies and manipulating these operations by presenting everyone they killed as guerrillas. In today's world, where the imperialists are preparing for a new sharing war, imperialist competition has gained momentum in South Asia. The struggle for dominance over new trade routes has increased regional conflicts. On one side, the struggle for hegemony between the imperialist bloc led by the US and China continues. On the other side, the regional competition between Indian expansionism and Chinese imperialism. The hegemony struggle they have entered into in South Asia and Indochina are gradually evolving the regional tension towards a war. In order to maintain its aggressive line in foreign policy, the reactionary Indian states has launched an all-out attack wave under various names, primarily against the Maoist forces waging a people's war, but also against all progressive revolutionary forces. Today, the reactionary Indian state and its fascist speakers are sending a message to the Indian people by shouting victorious cries upon the immortalization of Comrade Basavaraj and 27 Maoist people's heroes. However, there is something they ignore. From the Naxalbari uprising to the present day, the workers, peasants, and laborers of India have built an indestructible bridge of freedom extending from the shoulders of tens of thousands of people's heroes under the leadership of CPI Maoist. This bridge is an indestructible fortress that has been mortared with the blood of martyrs. The current name of this fortress is CPI Maoist. Therefore, just as the great communist leader Comrade Charu Mazumdar said, now is not the time to be sad, comrades, but to rise up like fire. We believe that this twist that history has brought before us today will only be an occasion to leap even further on the illuminated path of Marxism, Leninism, Maoism, in the flowing struggle of the masses like a flood. The absolute victory of the People's War will shine like a star in the skies of South Asia. Long live the Communist Party of India Maoist! Long live the People's Liberation Guerrilla Army! Long live Marxism, Leninism, Maoism! Martyrs of the revolution are immortals. Tekapemele Tiko Command.